Hey everyone, Evan and Daxton here with Fishing Life 101, and today we're going to go fishing for some panfish, mainly bluegill, red ear, and bass in a pond that we haven't been to in probably close to a month. So we're looking forward to that. It'll be a little bit of change of pace. Now before we do that though, we have to run into the DMV and we have to go turn in stuff for the trailer that we bought, the boat and trailer. The trailer did not have a title to it, so we're working on that process, trying to get it rolling. It did not have a VIN number either, so I have to apply for that in Indiana, and I'll have to go from there, get it re-inspected, all that good stuff. So that's why I said hopefully in 2 to 3 weeks we can be out on the water and not sooner, because it takes a little while for that kind of stuff. Stay tuned, guys. So guys, today we have a couple different things to use. I've got a little crappie jig on here right now, and I'm just going to try to pull that through here. And we have some worms to try out too. This pond, as far as we know, has red ear, bluegill, bass, and crappie in it. And really, it's been a real good pond for us. Last time we were down here, we got some really big bluegill and red ear out of here, and a nice bass. And I just put it in a tree because I have a 10-foot rod and I'm fishing behind trees. Oh, gotta love it. For this other pole, and then we have another pole like this too. We have just a little slip bobber down to a split shot, and then down to a number 6 hook. Number 6 is what we like to start out with. I've never had a problem with a good sized bluegill getting on a number 6 hook. Daxton sees a little largemouth right up there. A lot of fish in this place. If you can get out here, this is one of those ponds that's tough to get to, so not many people fish it. It's just a little private pond. What we're using for this crappie jig is a 1/32 ounce head, just a little chartreuse head. And then I'm going to put a red and chartreuse jig on it. If you ever find where these jig heads have paint on the end of them or on the eyelet there and you can't get the line through, just take another hook and just poke it through. I found that kind of works the best because they should be really sharp and they should push right through, especially when you're just putting a lighter line through them. These are the ones that I use. That's not really anything in particular. This is just what Bass Pro has. These little jigs, you should be able to find them out anywhere. This is just whatever Bass Pro calls them. So just your standard crappie jig. If you've never put a crappie jig or the body on a hook before, all you're gonna do is feed the body right in the hook. You know, push it up, and you wanna have the hook point come out the bottom through the skirt. And you're just gonna wanna get it over this little notch right here, and that's what helps hold the crappie jig body on. So just like that, and then you're ready to cast with it. But you don't want to cut the tag end off too short. I like to leave a little bit on, but not a whole lot. So this one is ready to throw out. So I'll give this a second cast since the first one went right in the tree and I lost the jig. Throw this out a few more times. No hits. Let's go with the bobber. Well, got something there. Little bass. Number 1. Oh yeah, I have a 10-foot pole here. I don't even want to reel it in that far. There's number 1, guys. I'm on a little crappie jig. Put myself the hook there. These crappie jigs are so little, sometimes they're a little tough to get out because they're just not that big. Actually, you want to throw him back?
I put it on and that won't put.
Yeah, got one right there. That's a big one.
Let me!
Clean off first. Well, Jackson, this won't be our only one. There we go. This is a nice one. I assume it's a red ear by how he bit. Yeah, that's a nice red ear. We'll get another one. Gosh dang. Kind of fly out here. Something big. He keeps on coming back. Oh man.
Oh man.
That's a real nice red ear. This place has some nice ones though. This definitely isn't the only one. There we go, guys. Hook set's in a real good place. Just gonna have to get the pliers out to take that one out. No big deal. Daxton, you can let him go, okay? Yep. You want to hold them in the mouth?
Yeah.
It's awfully muddy here. If you see down here, it's all muddy where we're stepping. That's why you have to either have Crocs or something like that on, or boots. Like in the fall when we come back here, we'll have boots on. Ah, there's another one. I don't know. Okay, then come on. Don't bump the camera though. Reel. Pull it and then reel down. There you go. What do you have there? Another red ear, isn't it? See that, guys? Another nice red ear. Not the biggest we've caught out of here. We've definitely caught bigger ones, but if we were keeping them, we would keep this one. Nice. He had the hook in him, but I was able to get that out just fine. You don't want them very deep. We're getting them about 2 feet deep. I don't know how deep the water is out there, but we're not putting the bobber stopper down much. We're not putting the bait down much in the water. There's another one.
Run.
Okay, pull them in. Reel down longer. Keep on reeling. No, stop. You got a bunch of slack. Yeah, now reel down. Reel. There you go. Reel them in. Yeah, bluegill this time. Yep, right in the corner of the mouth. That's been basically every cast out here. We had one. Whenever you can get them like this is a lot of fun. You don't have to have big fish or anything to have fun. I have fun catching no matter what size of fish. If I'm catching fish, I'm having fun. Whenever you're fishing for a place for bluegill, and especially when they have red ear somewhere, you really need to watch the bobber close. Because red ear have a bad habit of getting it and just taking off just a little bit. Even a nice red ear, they don't come up and hammer it like bluegill normally do. So red ear are kind of notorious for getting the hooks in them. So I didn't even see that. I guess one of those bites was real and it just cleaned me off. Another real good place should be right under this tree over here. I'm sure Daxton having a mud bath doesn't help the fishing situation just too much. But he's having a pretty good time doing that. In all honesty, if that keeps him happy, that means I get to fish more. So I'm just kind of casting around now to see where these fish are. And cast out. Oh, shoot. I got him on there, but I wasn't able to, nope, I lost it. I wasn't able to set the hook. What happened, guys, that I had the button pressed in still. There we go. Got him now. That's a decent sized one. What happened was that after I cast, I didn't reel down a little bit to engage the drag or anything on it. So it just went right out of it. Hold on, Daxton. I don't want you to get finned. Yep, this might be the best one today. That's a good one. Yep. Yeah, guys, that's a real solid bluegill. These have all been keeper size. If we were keeping them. That's why I like using bigger hooks and then try to be ready to set the hook right away. Most fish aren't really skittish enough to get scared away right away from kids in water, but whenever they're splashing around a bunch, that can kind of scare them a little bit. Now that we found the spot for them, we're going to cast that back out. It should be moving around a little bit too since it's pretty warm out. Actually, it's pretty hot out. It's not as bad down here though. By about 90 degrees, the heat index probably isn't too far from 100. Sun's back out, so I'm going to try a little bit shadier spot now. Bring them kind of back over here where we were first catching them. You can go back to crappie jig now, try that. We'll throw that out, and then I plan on putting a little bit bigger bait on.
Maybe a bat? fish will there.
Yeah, we can put maybe a beetle spin on it or something. I don't know if I have a topwater bait or not, but okay, guys, we're gonna put something bigger on. I have a beetle spin here, just a little beetle spin. I'm gonna try to throw it. I don't really have any bigger beetle spins with me right now. Guys, I'm gonna do a review on this Mr. Crappie rod, but I'm gonna take this line out. This line's terrible. But I'll be doing a review later, but just in case you're wondering before I get to that review, because I want to have it a little bit longer. I got one. There he is. Ah! Pulled out. Dang it. That's crazy. That's two of them that I missed this. Looks like he pulled the body of the jig down a little bit. Beetle spin body. Ah, got him. There we go.
A nice bass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These really feel awesome with this 10-foot rod though. Yep, jumping up in the air. Line's not real strong on this.
Let me do that.
Okay. There he is, guys. Nice little bass. I haven't done much bass fishing in a while. Well, got him right away. Come on, big buddy. Yeah, this one, I think he's smaller than the last one, maybe. Ah, doggone it. Spit it out. I'm gonna have to change a different rod for this one, guys. This rod can't set the hook very well because it's so long. Such a slow action. I think it's more for jigging than really bass fishing. So it makes it tough to get a hard hook set. You know, you got a real nice bluegill there, guys. That's fine, Dustin. I think this might be our best one of the day.
Let me throw.
Hold on. There you go, guys. Yep, I got a bass. See, I caught him right on shore. That's why it's kind of nice whenever you're out of the water, Daxton. That's a nice bass, too. Oh, well. Ah.
I will.
I know you will.
Hey, he might.
Yep, there he is.
He might bite my bait.
Yep. Daxton has one right there. He was reeling it in and didn't even realize it. Little bluegill. No, red ear it is.
Yep, right here.
Okay, here, Daxton. Toss this bass back. You grab onto him. And you leave that red ear go. I'll get him off the hook, okay? That'll work. Okay. There he is, guys. I think that's about the smallest panfish we've caught tonight. But really not too bad of a size one. Little bluegill on that one. Just right on the little crappie jig.
Let me throw him back.
That's fine. Basically right after I threw him out. There you go, Daxton. You can hardly get your thumb in his mouth or not.
Panfish.
Yep, another little bluegill. Now we're finding the little guys. That's two of these little guys in a row.
Ah!
Yep, got one more little bluegill here. Had everything away and I was just casting in a few times before we left. Yeah, let's see him. There he is. Pretty decent sized bluegill. Watch him. Spines are out. Well, everyone, we had a pretty good time out here. It was a nice day. It was a little warm, but really we're kind of down in a valley here. You can kind of see around where we are. There's hills basically all around us, so we're right down in a valley. And we had a pretty good time. We caught quite a few fish, decent amount of panfish and a few bass. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. It seems like whenever you're little, you go fishing a lot for the smaller fish, and as you get bigger, you'll go for more of the bass and catfish and stuff like that. But it seems like most of the time we don't catch near as many of the bigger fish. And sometimes it's just a lot of fun to come out here and catch a decent amount of the panfish and your smaller fish. So Dax and I have to get going home now. We're getting kind of hungry. It's getting a little bit late. But we'll probably be out tomorrow somewhere too. So stay tuned, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.